every single one of you out there is selfish. Every human being is selfish in one way or another. Hold that thought. I believe some of you out there might say, well, I'm not selfish. I'm quite a selfless human being. Maybe that is true. But in today's video, I'm going to explain in 3 different ways why I believe that every single human being is selfish. Let me say this. I don't think being selfish is always bad. But at the end of this video, or towards the end of this video, I'm going to give you one reason why you should be selfless. Before we dive into this discussion, I am Emmanuel Smarth and welcome to Smarth's Take. On this channel, I focus on inspiring you, on challenging your thoughts and beliefs, and occasionally I might bring a guest so we can have more insightful conversations. So, let's begin. The first reason why I believe everyone is selfish is opportunity. Now think about this. Some of you are from wealthy family. Fantastic. But the majority of people are from family where they are not well-to-do. They're trying very hard. So imagine this picture. You're broke. You're from a family where your people are either struggling or they're just poor. And you got this opportunity to go to school. If you're in the United States or other countries, let's say you go to college, you accumulate all the student loans, and then you come out of the university, you're seeking a job. But there's one paying job that is really good and you want it so much, you want it so badly. But at the same time, there are 10 other people that also are applying for the same job. Now, if you were asked, be a selfless human being, give us this job and give it to one of the other 9 people, would you do that? Chances are no. Why? Because you're thinking about yourself. You're thinking about your family. You're thinking about how the job, when you get it, it could change your life. It could take you out of debt. So when the opportunity presents itself, an opportunity that would change your life and change your family life, you become selfish. Now, I'm not saying there is something wrong with you being selfish, because all the other people will do the same. So which brings me to my very first point. All human beings are selfish, especially when it involves an opportunity of a lifetime. Number 2, selective empathy. This one is very much important because let me paint this picture. I love my father, I love my mother, and there is nothing I wouldn't do for them. If somebody comes in here and I'm sitting down with a friend of mine, an acquaintance, somebody that I consider to be a mentee or even a mentor, and I was given this choice, it's either this person that is next to you become unalive or your parent become unalive. It doesn't matter how old my parents are. I am going to choose to save my parent and allow this young person or this person that is a friend or a mentor or a mentee, and they are going to be unalive. Now, is it wrong? Probably. But is it right? Is this something I can justify? Most definitely. And I know most people that have a good relationship with their parents, that have a great relationship and they feel responsible, they feel like their parents, they owe their parents so much, they wouldn't hesitate to make that choice. Let's say again, you are a father or you are a mother and you have kids, or you have one kid that you love so much and they give you the opportunity, your child or another person's child, what will you do? And those are the only 2 choices. Of course, you're going to choose to save your own child. Why? Because it is called selective empathy. The point I want to make with this is that unless we are pushed to a certain degree, we might not really realize that we have some sort of selective empathy. In some instances, it doesn't even have to be with us being pushed to a certain degree. If we see people begging on the street, we don't know them. As far as we can tell, these people are scammers. These people are lazy. These people are not our problems. We are struggling. If I'm struggling, why would I choose to empathize or to sympathize with a person on the street? That is not my problem. That is not my concern. Now, is it wrong? On certain grounds, it is. But is it right? Well, that is up to you. And the last point I want to make in this video is recognition. Now, this is very much important because everyone wants to be recognized for something. So let's go to the very basic level and we'll work our way up. When I was younger, I always wanted to have the best grades in class. I always want to be the top of my class. And many people were trying to take that position. Many people were trying to beat me. As a result, I used to spend hours studying. Now, I know that people were trying to beat me, but I also know that being the top of my class is very much important. It's like recognizing myself or people recognizing me as the smartest guy. So what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to bury myself. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure I ascertain that goal. Now, is this selfish? Yes, it is, but it's not a bad thing. It's a personal goal. Pushing forward to the real world, let's say actors that go for auditions. Everybody wants to be recognized. I've met a lot of people that say, I just want to be crazily popular and I will do everything in my power to achieve that. If you stand in my way, you're going to be put down. So I know this from personal experience. I've seen this. I've seen people chasing the same opportunity that I talk about, but some people do it because they just want to be recognized. There are people who have money, but money is not everything. They just want to be popular. They just want everybody to know them. Now, I run a video production company and I have several actors. And I know sometimes when I see them playing certain roles, they're playing those roles because they are hoping they will gain some sort of popularity. They are hoping they will gain some sort of fame. And I've even had actors, instead of focusing on the character they're given, they're trying to outdo each other because their focus is, I need that recognition. I need people to know who I am, which is not a bad thing. But I'm just saying that it makes every one of them selfish. That includes myself. Now, the whole point of me working very hard is so I can provide for my family. The whole point of me striving to be the best at what I do is so I can be able to take care of myself, take care of my family, and live a comfortable life. And that is what every single person is doing in this world. If every single person that is struggling for either an opportunity, that is struggling to be recognized, is given the choice, of course they're going to choose themselves because they value themselves and because they are selfish. Selfishness is not necessarily a bad thing, but if it's left unchecked or unmanaged, then it can become a horrible thing. Which brings me to the final point I want to make. Sometimes we have got to learn to be selfless. Sometimes it's not always about us. Sometimes when I see people in the street that are struggling, they could be scamming for all I care. But if I see them struggling and I can physically see the affliction that is on them, I will help them. It doesn't matter. It's not going to take anything away from me. Which brings me to another point again. If helping people is not going to affect you in any way, shape, or form, help them. Sometimes it's not always about the fame. I tell my people, I don't care about the fame. All I care about is to be set to the point where I can take care of myself and take care of my family. Because this fame that we chase, one moment, the same people that raise you up, these are the same people that will drop you down. So we have to be careful. I think it is important to be selfless from time to time. I think there are certain situations where it takes a deeper sense of maturity to understand that being selfless is the only way to go, it's the best way to go. So I would say this to you. I am convinced that every human being is selfish. But if you can give a hand to a person, if you can push someone forward, if you can do something just to ensure that the next person who's chasing their own selfish goal achieve it, do that. Because that is how we make this world a better place. I'm going to stop here, but I would love to hear your story. I would love to hear your opinion. I would love to hear some of the disagreement, because at the end of the day, it's not about engaging in senseless conflict. It's about you and I having a dialogue, disagreeing, and learning from each other. If you enjoy videos like this, be sure to subscribe, give me a like, and of course, leave me your opinion in the comment section. Until then, I'll catch you in the next video.